Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to my channel. Of course, I'm Dr. Alicia Marie Phidd. And if you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, you know that I literally believe in the walking bank, right? Just share your talent, which means I'm not taking into effect all of the marketing principles. I just figure, it's my YouTube. I do what I want to. And I'm on many apps. And on this particular app, I wanted to share just some of the basics for the newbies, right? I call you guys the newbies. It's one of the basics. Just look at it, have a quick understanding, and then you go and you do the physical. So this is the theory, and you do the practical when you're there, all right? All right, so the first image that you're seeing, right, where you see my beautiful face and you're seeing some writing at the top, that is actually the headline, okay? That is the headline. That's the title. You get to title your stream before you start it. And that's on every app. What I've found why I needed to do this, it's because most of you are not utilizing this real estate. Yeah, it's actually marketing real estate. And you're not utilizing it. It's a billboard for your stream. And I need you to have these terminologies in your head, because then it will help to remind you not to miss it. You don't have to fill it out to do a stream, but you should. At the time of this video, which is November 7th, I believe, the app, or November 8th, it's Saturday, November 8th, you're not able to change the headline while you're already streaming. So you'd literally have to, disconnect the stream, end the stream, to then change the headline. But they're getting there. However, it is so important to have it. And the reason for that is that when people are scrolling on the For You page, just like on TikTok, right? That For You page on this app, they call it a watch page. It actually has the word watch at the bottom left of your phone when you open it. They can see up to X amount of characters of what your stream is about. So the characters that is revealed in a watch page is less than the amount of characters that you're able to write. So not only is it important to fill this out, it is very important to have the most, that you're getting them, right? Your call to action, have it at the beginning of the headline for now, until they either extend the amount of information that's there, or like I said, you can change it midstream. So this one says, iron sharpened iron. Thanks, DT. DT actually is the co-founder of the app. He's definitely more on the tech side, creating a lot of the things that we see. And boom is one of my phrases, my signature phrase that I do on all social media apps, actually. And that night I called out two of my audience members, which they're also streamers, and they were celebrating their individual things with me. So I put their name on there, which is marketing, right? Marketing value. They were in my stream, they gifted with me, they played with me, and I felt it was necessary to do this as I was celebrating them. If I recall, that might have been the night of Keith's birthday. And Jackie is a writer, and she's also a mod in my room. Both of them are mods in my room. So I really appreciate it, and this is my way of celebrating them. So that's the first image that you're seeing on the left. I always take a screenshot of everything I do on this app, including my headlines, and we'll talk about that later. Once I know you've downloaded the walking bank theory, which says print money with your talent. If I know that you have already downloaded that and I can see that, then you can always reach me on Instagram, which is Alicia Phidd, no Marie, Alicia Phidd. That's my handle on Instagram, and you can always reach me there. We'll talk more. But that's only if I know you've downloaded the walking bank theory, which is on my Instagram. It's everywhere. It's in the bio on this app on my link tree. All right, so that's the first one. Now let's get to the second one. Let's get to the second one. All right. Here's what's important about this one. These, they call them boxes. So basically, this is where you can have your panel discussion. This is one way to set it up in your panel discussion. At the top of this image, well, you're seeing my name on the app, Dr. Alicia Phidd, but you're seeing two bubbles in the center. See those two bubbles in the center? That is always in play when you have a stream. Whether you are battling or you're having a discussion, it is always in play. That is one of the most important features of this app. If you are out to get seen, if you are out to get marketing, I'm a full-time author, guys, a full-time author. Success is Subjective. It's my book that came out in 2020. I live by the principles in that book. So whenever I go to a new app, I am literally looking, how do I market myself? How do I become successful on the app? What are the features, whether or not everyone is lauding that feature, what are the features that can execute my mission? I need you to think that way. This is extremely important to do. So what we are seeing on this, those two bubbles at the top, call them your gold and silver billboard, because what it does, it puts the two most active person, whether active by gifts, if gifts are being thrown, or just active in the comments if no gifts have yet been thrown. You are then placed at the top in those two bubbles. To the right of that, you'll see the typical icon representing people. That gives you the list of people inside of your room and those that are watching on the outside of your room. It's not definitive how you can truly tell just if those folks are sitting there outside of your room. That's not fully defined as yet. However, for the most part, just when you click on it, it will list the amount of persons that's in your room and the two top people that you physically see. And you look across, you'll see the amount of coins they've gifted. They are in that 1-2 spot, so it's an additional space for them. If you have been on TikTok, and I like to compare that, that's a standard. When you're on TikTok and you go into an engagement room, they'll tell you, grab my first 10, grab my first 6, grab my first 20. That's where that comes from. That's you being, very active in that space. And as you're active, that pops up there, active with the gifts. So this second image that you're looking at, yeah, we were having a discussion that evening, and these are some of the people that were there. I just had five guests. At this time, it actually expanded to more, okay? And so that's what this discussion we were having and what it looked like. There's more to the gear icon, but it's not for this. This is just for the newbies. I want you to understand, all right? And this guest layout, of course, you go into the gear icon and you're able to set it up. That's a panel. And then my last piece, all right, and then I'll be back again to talk about this. My last piece is right here. This image is in the battle side of things. I didn't address this in the second piece, but I will now for this third. Do you see that trophy right below my logo and my name? And it says 10,000 to top 100. It's saying that I needed gifts totaling 10,000 coins or more to get to be in the top 100 of streamers that day and the gifts they had received. You can use that to drive you if that's how you're motivated. I'm motivated more by my content. Again, because I am a full-time author, I came to the app with my talent, with things to provide other than sitting and just going for gifts. And so because of that, my streams are really focused on, do you know that I'm an author? Do you know my book, Success is Subjective, a nonfiction, in the leadership space, a business space? Do you know of my book, God Made This, which is my creative side? It's a book of poetry. Some of those poems, I did spoken words, submitted to the Grammys in 2021. That matters to me. You know, do you know my book, Lion Minds, which is all about philosophy, and it has in there where you can work through some of the theories. I stay in the space of writing, stay in the space of lecturing, even when I'm on my creative stuff, which being in an app such as this is more on your creative side. It's not LinkedIn, right? So I lean into that. So you need to know why you're doing things. All right, back to this last image, okay? So I took a screenshot of this at the end. Well, because I won. No, I take pictures even when I don't win, because that's how I study. But here I won. So I'm using the one where I won. Here's what's important for this stream. This is a quick stream for the newbies. We had 4. You can have up to 6 comfortably in a space. So this is like a 1v3, right? So each of us is competing against all the others. All right, so it's you versus all the other folks, and they're competing individually, of course. So I like to say 1v3, 1v4, 1v5. Some people say 1v1, v1, v1 because each partner, it's not like it's a collective number against yours, but I think my way tells the story better. So it's 1, you against the others. Now, it's color coded to match your box so you can see who's winning. Those colors change if you keep playing the same people. They switch it around, which is pretty cool. It keeps it active. Right below me in those bubbles, or below my friend Sheena in the bubbles below, you are seeing the most active participant. That again is marketing for you. Nothing else. When I got here to this app last year, December, that was how I taught it. That was what I felt about it. That's it. It's marketing. It's nothing else. You are marketing yourself. You don't need to gift to be on that list in the initial part. So as soon as the game starts, tap that streamer, give them that free 3 points, get in that bubble, get seen. As more persons come in, they're gifting and they're sending actual gifts from the app. Of course, you'll be pushed away because they're sending the gifts, right? And it's going to be more than 3 points. And that's how this works. But a free 3 points, as you get in, you tap. You tap, you get yourself seen, and the rest is just, and like any other game, you're competing to be on those top 3 bubbles. So the gifters, they get to compete as well. Now over in TikTok, to compare at the same time, and I actually love this feature that they have, you actually can have some of your gifters on screen with you, at the bottom. You can gift them, they can be gifted by others, and you're getting the points in that match to win. And I think that's amazing. Actually, it's an amazing feature. Like, love the feature. All right? Totally love the feature. And they can speak to you while you're doing this. So just imagine if you had someone like me up in that bubble in your room, and I'm there talking to you, coaching you, talking to the people at the same. It's just an amazing feature. Brilliant feature. I'd love to know who came up with that for them. Brilliant feature. On this screen, this last screen, you're seeing a victory lap. Sometimes people don't take the time to honor those that play with them, and that's why they have the victory lap. And I think you should focus on that. Don't just let somebody hit rematch, or if you're the one hosting, don't just hit rematch. Thank the people that participated and let them get some airplay. Let them get some air time. All right, that matters. So that was just a quick one for the newbies. Okay, if you have any questions on the app, I'm Dr. Alicia Phidd, DrAliciaPhid. You can look for me there. Make sure you follow me on, well, of course, you're going to subscribe to me here on YouTube. And make sure you grab me on Instagram at Alicia Phidd. Grab me on Instagram at Alicia Phidd. Grab me on TikTok at Alicia Phidd. Love to connect with you. Love to see how else I can help you. And of course, if you have more questions, grab the walkingbanktheory.com. Walking Bank Theory document that's on my pages. All right. So until next time,